Hi, you guys. It's Susan Foxley, and welcome to the Real Love Lounge. I'm so glad you guys are here, and we're approaching Valentine's Day. And so there's a lot of emotions that come up around Valentine's Day. There's a lot of expectations. So and it's also a full moon. It's a full moon tonight. So a full moon, as it moves from a full moon to a new moon, it's really about a time of releasing and letting go. So we can let go of those limiting beliefs, those old stories, those worries, those fears. We'll do that today and we'll erase and replace. So, first of all, what we're going to do today is start out with my favorite thing, which is heart math meditation from the Heart Math Institute. And it just recalibrates you and it gets your cells smiling, your heart smiling, your eyes smiling, your soul smiling. So let's go ahead, please, and place your hands at your heart and just breathe in through your heart and out through your heart. As if your heart had nostrils. Breathe in through your heart and out through your heart. As if your heart had nostrils. Breathing in and breathing out. And go back to one of your favorite memories when you were young, if it was with your first animal, riding your first bike, maybe your first sunrise or sunset, or your first time at the ocean, your first time at Disneyland. Just see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel what you felt. Going back to that beautiful memory. Breathing in and breathing out. And now we'll go ahead and just imagine all of those limiting beliefs and worries and fears moving out of your head, going down, 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 out of your feet into the earth, just releasing limiting beliefs, releasing worries, fears, doubts. It's just going down, down, down into the center of the earth, releasing, relaxing, renewing, and reviving. And as you breathe in and breathe out, bring yourself right here, right now. Feel your feet on the earth, or if you're sitting on the couch cross-legged, just imagine your sitting bones grounding into the couch or on the floor. If you're in your bed, just feel the mattress beneath you. Feel really present, listening to my voice, the sound of your breath, breathing in and breathing out. And then you can even look around and be mindful of something in your room, being present. For me, it's these paintings. My twins, I have an identical twin. She's a painter. These are some paintings that she painted for me. So just I'll be present with these paintings behind me. Look around in your surroundings to be fully present so we can be really, really mindful. Breathing in and breathing out. So some of my people that are joining today are from my meetup. I have a meetup that I conducted for many years called Effed Up to Fixed Up in 4 Weeks. And I even wrote a book about it. So I'm going to take us through some of those tools so that some of those people don't get cheated. And I've written a couple books, Effed Up to Fixed Up and Mixed Up to Fixed Up, right here. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of step 1 to begin because it's a full moon and it's about clearing and cleaning. Step 1 is clearing and cleaning. Step 2 is planning and planting. Step 3 is witnessing and watching. And 4 is reap and repeat, because repetition is the mother of genius. So we're going to clear and clean tonight. So I invite you to grab a rubber band or a bracelet or something to wear for 1 week, okay? For 1 week, you're going to be mindful of your limiting beliefs, your negative thoughts, your fears, and you're going to literally snap it. Whoops. Oh, all those came out. That's so great. And I released all those limiting beliefs. All those limiting beliefs literally fell onto the ground. I think that's so cool. So those limiting beliefs fall on to just snap out of it. Literally snap your rubber band. If you criticize, gossip, complain, judge, self-deprecate, and as we come towards Valentine's Day, some of us feel unloved, unwanted, and alone. And I know for me, I did for years. Valentine's Day brought so many feelings for me. I was a single mom and single for many, many, many years. And then I started the love diet. I'm writing a book called The Real Love Diet, where we focus on the love that we do have in our life. Because if we focus on what we don't have will get bigger and bigger and bigger. If we focus on what we do have, that'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I started focusing on the love that I did have. I would go and say, God, I love my postman who delivers the mail to me. I love and appreciate seeing him every day delivering my mail. I love going to Whole Foods. And as a single mother, you spend a lot of time with your child, and baby, you don't get to see you don't have a lot of adult interaction. So I loved smiling at the person behind the counter at Whole Foods. Or if I went to Pete's Coffee, the barista, I love the barista. So if you want to get love, give love. So go out and call people on Valentine's, maybe some relatives, maybe a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. Call them up, tell them you miss them. In order to get love, we have to give love. And I wrote a blog in one of my other books. I love writing books. This book I wrote, and in my book, I wrote a blog called "The Best Lingerie is a Smile." People love smiles. Happiness is contagious. So in my first book, Clearing, and in my second book, Mixed Up to Fixed Up, uh, the second chapter is planning and planting, and I put you on an emotional diet and to do things that you love. We can't pour from an empty cup. Do things that you love, you guys. Take baths, take walks, make time for coffee with your friends. No one is coming. No one is coming to tell you to take that nap. No one is coming to tell you to go get your hair done. No one is coming to tell you to buy that new lipstick. We have to do that for ourselves. We have to put the oxygen mask on ourselves first. I take a nap every day, you guys. Every day. I worked all day. I actually just got back from work. So I literally got home from work at 6 o'clock, and I set this up for 6:30. My Sundays are squishy. To be honest, I work 6 to 7 days a week, but I love what I do. I really do. My spiritual teacher said, Susan, do what you love. Follow your bliss. Do what you love for work. Follow your bliss, and you'll never work a day in your life. So I do what I love. I teach this, and the reason I teach this is because I need to remind myself. I need to remind myself that I don't have the itty shitty bitty committee between my ears. So as we clear and clean, you guys, what we can do is actually get a pad of paper and just literally write down our fears, okay? So get a pad and paper, and if you don't have a pad and paper, you can write it in your notes on your phone or wherever you are, and list your fears. Fear of being alone for the rest of my life, fear of financial insecurity, fear of maybe a diagnosis that I have that I'll never get healed, fear of never getting over a diagnosis, fear of worrying about a friend. And just write down your fears. Fear of whatever that is. Just list your fears. Just take a few minutes and list your fears. of always being in the same place that you're at, feeling stuck. Write that down. I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm stuck in this bad town that I don't like, or this home that I don't like. Just, I'm afraid, and write that down. Or fear that I'll never get over this character defect that I have of people pleasing, or this fear of being in a horrible marriage, or fear, whatever that is, write that down, pen to paper. Okay? Write it down. Write down your limiting beliefs, your fears, your worries, and then goodbye. Goodbye. Erase and replace. Erase and replace. Get rid of those limiting beliefs, those worries, those fears, those doubts. Throw it away. We have 60 to 70,000 thoughts in one day. And most of those thoughts are the same as yesterday and the day before and the day before. I'm going to tell you a secret. Run your mind so your mind doesn't run you. Control your thoughts so your thoughts don't control you. Do you know most of the time we just have sloppy thoughts over and over and over again? Just sloppy thoughts, and we just invite them. We ruminate on them. We marinate in them. Nope. What we're going to do is we're going to run our minds, and we are going to write down now a faith list of what we believe the universe, and we'll start it with a thank you. Okay, we'll write it with a thank you. So I'm going to grab another pen, and we're going to start with thank you. Okay? And maybe feel as if it's going to happen. Thank you. Thank you for my healing. Thank you for the love in my life. Whether it's love of friends, love of parents, I'm going to put you on a love diet today and focus on the things that you do love. Maybe you love your home. Maybe you love your neighborhood. Maybe you love your hikes. Maybe you love the trees. Maybe you love the birds that sing in the morning. So thank you. Thank you for, maybe if you want to get married, thank you for the wonderful husband or wife that showed up in my life. Write it in the future. Remember your future. Most of us remember our past. If we keep looking in the rearview mirror, we're going to crash. And we'll keep getting the same thoughts, the same feelings, looking back in that rearview mirror. We're going to crash, going into the same thoughts, the same feelings, the same choices. Instead, look into the windshield of your future. Plug into your GPS system where you want to go. Vibrant health, vibrant friends, vibrant career, maybe vibrant retirement if you want retirement, maybe unexpected income showing up in your life. Just write that down as if it's already happened. Write it down, remember, and pen to paper, you are becoming the architect of your own life. Writing and running your mind rather than your mind running you. Controlling your thoughts rather than your thoughts controlling you. And having deliberate creation. I think Abraham calls it the deliberate creation. Deliberately create your future. Deliberately create your future. Anthony Hopkins, I heard, what he does is he has a private room and he takes a script if he's doing a new movie and he reads it over and over and over again. He actually becomes that person. He memorizes the lines. He embodies their personality, embodies how they dress, how they feel, how they act, and marinating in all of that. So I invite you to do that with yourself. Write a script, how you want to show up in life, that you are a magnet for love, You are a magnet for money. You are a magnet for health. You are a magnet for peace. You are a magnet for joy. Again, what we think about, we bring about. And I'm sitting in my office right now, and every morning, you guys, I do not get on my phone. I do not. Did you know? Someone said to me the other day, Susan, I don't know about hypnotherapy. It sounds creepy, like those on the stage with those people. They get people to do all these weird things. Well, we're being hypnotized all day long by the news. We're being hypnotized by TikTok. We're being hypnotized by Instagram. Why don't we go into really good hypnosis, where we do hypnosis, which is a relaxation of the mind, and we go into theta waves, and then we go into our subconscious mind planting new thoughts. How about new, better thoughts? And I know in the news and a lot of places, they love fear. I mean, because there's more people that watch people cling to that, watch out for this, watch out for this, be scared of that, lock your doors, be afraid, be scared, be afraid. And it's a frenzy. So I don't go on my phone in the morning. I go downstairs, make my coffee in the morning. It's one of my love languages. And I come upstairs and I read my books. I read Neville Goddard. He said, imagination is God. Use your imagination to imagine the best. Most of us use our imagination to imagine the worst. I'm unwanted, unloved, and alone, pushing a grocery cart down Wilshire Boulevard. Erase and replace. Read some spiritual literature, that everything always works out for you, that the universe has your back, that life loves you, that you feel good. And the quickest way to hack into happiness is gratitude. Gratitude. I go outside in the morning. When I walk in the morning, I try to walk every morning, get the sunlight, the vitamin D in my eyes and on my skin. And I just say, this morning, I love the trees, the birds singing. I have legs to walk today. Some of my clients cannot walk, you guys. I have arms to hug. I have fingers to text each other. I have arms and hands to cook. I have ears to hear. Just getting into gratitude, because what we appreciates. What we focus on grows. So marinating in that, because we are vibration. All of us are vibration. We're sending out a vibration. And what channel do you want to be on? Do you want to be on the fear channel or the faith channel? So anyhow, so I write a thank you list every morning. I write a thank you list as if it's already happened. Thank you for my son's healing from his diagnosis. Thank you for my son. I really wanted him to have a life partner, because I was widowed and he has one parent. And I thought if something ever happened to me, I wanted him to not be alone and share his life with someone. And so I imagine I would do my life coaching workshops with you guys. And you guys know that in my life coaching workshops, I have everyone dance as if their prayers have already been answered. And guess what, you guys? It looks like my son's going to get married this year. So my prayers are being answered. And remember, our thoughts are electric. Our feelings are magnetic. We send out an electromagnetic Wi-Fi signal out into the universe, and we get a vibrational match. Whatever we send out, it's all a mirror of our thoughts and our feelings. Our thoughts and our feelings go out into the universe and boomerang back to us. Our thoughts and our feelings boomerang back. So if you take I out of illness and put we get wellness. Seeing everyone in the highest version of themselves. Seeing you in the highest version of yourself. Remember your future. Walk, dress, feel, move as if your prayers have already been answered. Write that thank you list. And the reason why our lives do not work, which I love what Dr. Joe Dispenza says, the reason why our lives do not work is because we do not do the mental rehearsal. I call it the end game in my book, Mixed Up to Fixed Up in 4 Weeks. It's called the end game. So you write a thank you list every morning and make it playful. Don't pray like a parrot. You'll get stuck in a cage. And you just close your eyes, breathing in and breathing out. And just see yourself healthy and vibrant, moving through the world. If you're looking for a new career, see yourself walking into the office and people loving and appreciating you and enjoying you. If you have a diagnosis, imagine walking into the hospital or the doctor's office and they look at you and say, "It's a miracle. We don't know what happened, but you are healed. You are healed. You are healed. You are healed." And you can see the doctor smile, and you have this relief flooding from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes, a total relief and relaxation and renewal as the diagnosis falls away and you are renewed and restored and revived and rejuvenated. And imagine if you're struggling with financial stuff, just imagine a breakthrough and a turnaround of financial abundance pouring in easily and effortlessly and joyfully, and feel it and smell it and touch it and taste it and hear it as if it's already happened. Imagine yourself opening up your computer, opening up your bank statement, and it's 10% higher. And then you open it up the next day and your bank account is 20% higher. And then it's 30% higher. And it just goes higher and higher and higher. And just know what you want, but you don't have to know the how and the when. You don't have to know the how and the when. You leave that up to the universe. You leave that up to the universe. Every thought is a prayer. Every thought is a seed in the garden, and you give it good sunshine and good water. Good sunshine and good water so it blooms and blossoms. If you plant bamboo, you guys, it can take up to 5 years to break ground. And then after it breaks ground, it grows like 12 inches in 24 hours. So be careful what you pray for. But when you pray, pray as if it's already happened now. I talk about that prayer with Dr. Greg Braden, the scientist. And he went out in New Mexico, and it was a very bad year. It was a drought. So he went out with the American Indians, and what he did was he closed his eyes and he smelled the rain on the Pueblo rock. He could feel the mud between his toes. He was running through the tall stalks of corn, feeling the mist of rain on his face. He could feel it, touch it, smell it, taste it, hear it, sense it. And then he said, "Okay, you guys, my prayers have been answered. We're done. Let's go." So pray softly, pray gently. When we beg and beseech God or higher power, or creator or source or universal energy, whatever you want to call it, when we beg and plead and beseech, we're praying fear, not faith. We have to pray faith. We make our beliefs, and then our beliefs make us. And a belief is just a thought we keep thinking over and over and over again. So I can, I am, and I will. I am, I can, and I will. I am strong. I was saying this to my client the other day. He had a stroke and he has a walker now. And I teach him 2 times a week. And I was giving him these affirmations. Whatever you say after I am, we become. I am strong. I am balanced. I am whole. I am loved. I am loving. And I am loved. Doesn't that feel really good? Don't you feel strong? And then feel this. I am exhausted. I'm overwhelmed. I'm just unloved. I'm alone. Doesn't that feel, I feel weak saying that. So whatever we put after I am. So in the morning, begin to say the I ams. I am strong. I was saying this with my client. We said it over and over again. Repetition is the mother of genius. I am strong. I am healthy. I am healed. I am whole. I am balanced. My life just gets better and better and better now. Remember, it has to be now, not someday, not in 6 months, not in 3 years. You have to feel as if it's already happened right now. You are already healed, and feel it, sense it, taste it, touch it, hear it. Use all of your senses, use all of that as you close your eyes and visualize that. And then the secret sauce is this, you guys, okay? The secret sauce is you have to pick one of your favorite songs, okay? And listening to that song every day, and use your imagination as if your prayers have already been answered. So if you want love, it can be a love song. And you can imagine, you don't have to go into the details of what they look like. That'll slow you down. It's just how you feel. And you feel that person saying, God, I love you. God, I love you. God, I'm grateful for you. And feel it, because the feelings magnetize you more. So put it to a song. Let's say you want a healing from a diagnosis. Put a song that makes you feel so vibrant and energetic and healed. One of my favorite sayings is, a merry heart doeth good like medicine. A merry heart is medicine. A merry heart is medicine. If we don't have a merry heart, it's doom and gloom, doom and gloom. So that's the secret sauce. You do your mental rehearsal every morning with your thank you list, and then you marry it with an elevated emotion. And I like dancing as if my prayers have already been answered. Dance in your car. And even if you can't dance with your legs, let's say you're handicapped, you can dance in your bed. You can dance in your bed, and your cells are smiling, your eyes are smiling, your soul is smiling. And I also like heart math meditation, because they did a study. They took a group of men. This was a Harvard study, I believe. They took a group of 10 men or more, and they put them and removed them from their daily events, from their daily home, from their daily activities. And they took them and removed them and put them into another place. And what they did is they gave them magazines and music and everything from 20 years before. They give them everything to remind them that they were 20 years younger. Their music, the newspapers, the information. And what they found with these men after they stayed there for a week or two, their bones got stronger. A lot of them threw their canes away. They were playing touch football in the back of the house. Everything, their memories got better. So I do like doing heart math meditation, of going back in time when you felt vibrant and young. And I loved, in my early 20s, I went to University of San Francisco, and in the morning I was a big runner. I loved running. I quit running because I did a lot of body work on people, and some people, their cartilage got worn out. So now I walk, but I used to run through the Presidio every morning. And I used to put on, before they had the headphones and the Walkman. I had a Walkman with the CD in it. I'm really dating myself. And I'd run through the Presidio in the fog early in the morning, like 6 a.m., and run through the Presidio listening to music and feeling so elated in the mist and the fog. And then I'd go down to the Golden Gate Bridge, and I'd run down by Fort Mason. And I lived up in Pacific Heights, so I'd run up the hill to Pacific Heights. And I did that every morning, but I listened to music. At that time, I really liked Peter Gabriel. So I listened to a lot of Peter Gabriel, running in the mist and the fog. And movement is medicine, you guys. I always say, take your meds. Take your meds daily. What are meds? Meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. Meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. So for meditation, we'll do a little bit of breathing and some meditation. I do 5 minutes at the minimum. I do it imperfectly. I do it sloppily. Exercise, I walk every day. Remember, I strive for imperfection. If I don't get to walk, I don't beat myself up. But movement is medicine. My son suffered greatly from anxiety. And he said, the number one thing that helped me, Mom, is exercise. Walking is such good medicine, you guys. Walking is the best exercise. And diet, I eat my biggest meal of the day in the middle of the day, around 2 o'clock. I ate a huge meal in the middle. I did eat something light in the morning because I teach in the morning. I eat my biggest meal at 2 o'clock, and then I eat a small something at night. And a lot of people believe in fasting. There's a lot of now fasting for long periods of time. I can't fast too much because I need my energy, but diet is so important. Eat lots of vegetables, lots of broccoli, carrots, peppers, celery, cucumbers, spinach. Eat as many vegetables as you can, lots of fruit, bananas, raspberries, apples, blueberries are the best. I eat a lot of blueberries and I mix my diet around. Sometimes I'll eat dairy, sometimes I'll eat oatmeal, sometimes I'll eat eggs. I was a vegan for many years and I struggled. I had low tryptophan in my body from no eggs and no dairy. Vegans, we are low in tryptophan, which creates serotonin. So if you're struggling from depression, tryptophan can really help. You can get it on Amazon, and that really helped build the serotonin back up in my brain because I had very low serotonin. So also make yourself that you get physicals and make sure that you're okay. You're not low in B12, you're not low in vitamin D. Really make sure get your blood work done to make sure you're healthy, happy, and whole. Eat lots of it. If you've ever heard of the blue zones, they have on Netflix the blue zones, and they're people that have lived over 100 years old. And they eat lots of black beans. They're mostly vegetarian. They eat blue Japanese potatoes, which I love. They exercise, they walk up hills. They have community, they have lots of friends. Community builds immunity. If you don't have friends, join a 12-step group, join a church, start a meetup. Like I started a meetup, my effed up to fixed up. I started that and we met at an Indian restaurant in Westwood. You can start your own meetup group, you guys, and it can start with 2, 3, 4 people on something that you're passionate about, whether it's crypto or computers or something. Start your own meetup. Community builds. So watch the Blue Zones on Netflix because it teaches you how to live to be over 100 years old. And definitely they walked a lot. They had lots of friends. They lots of fruits and vegetables. And so that's diet and sleep. I really make sure I get my sleep. I try to go to bed at 10 or 11. I wake up, sometimes I'm sleep deprived. Sometimes I wake up at 5:30 or 6:30 and meditate in the morning for half an hour to an hour, and then I walk before work. And I do take a nap every day. I was only able to take a half an hour nap between clients, between 2:30 and 3. I closed my curtains. I just closed my eyes. I didn't go into a deep sleep, but I rested. I really rested. It's really important to get your sleep. And especially since we're on these computers and iPhones a lot, it's really important to get our sleep. So, also to work our parasympathetic nervous system. So, we're going to do a little bit of parasympathetic system work. So, let's go ahead and inhale uh, for the count of 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and hold. And exhale for the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to inhale for the count of 4. Inhale. Hold for the count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to exhale for the count of 8. 1, like you're blowing out candles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale for the count of 4. A big inhale. Hold for the count of 8. 1, or 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's exhale for the count of 8. Blow candles out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale for the count of 4. Inhale. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's exhale for the count of 8. Last one. Maybe we'll bring my husband in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really nice, you guys. Since it's the Real Love Lounge, I'm going to bring my husband in for a little bit. And we're going to talk a little bit about...
Do I look okay first?
Oh, you look great, honey. You look. Which side do you want to sit on?
I'll be on this side.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Coming in. Here you go.
Hey, huh?
Hey, honey, how you doing?
Oh, I got you. I got lipstick on you. Sorry.
Of course you did.
Sorry.
Of course you did. So what do I hear? Snapping of fingers, and I hear breathing and everything. What are you guys talking about?
I'm talking about being on the gentle mental diet because the full moon is about releasing. So clearing and cleaning our negative thoughts, like our limiting beliefs, like we're always going to be alone. No one's going to love me.
No,
I'm going to be
true.
Unwanted, unloved, and alone.
That's not going to happen.
Right? And erase and replace.
It's like the moon is full and then we're going to let it empty. And then in like 2 weeks, it's going to be new moon, right?
Yeah, new moon on Valentine's Day.
Well, no, it's I looked, I checked. I think it's a day after or something. But the new, it's kind of like the full moon. So it's all about love, and we're talking. It's a Real Love Lounge. So this might be the first Real Love Lounge that's ever on an actual full moon.
Do you think? I had one before.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You went. Well, lucky you.
Yeah.
But so Valentine's Day. Are you guys talking about Valentine's Day?
We a little bit, not much.
Yeah, because I just now's the time. It's February 1st. New Year's has passed, and all our resolutions are gone, and maybe it's kind of sort of like reconnect on a couple of them, like the Valentine's Day, like love.
But what if you don't have love, John? I know you always say there's two kinds of people in the world, right? Those that have love.
People that have love and people that
are looking for love.
But listen, we've all been there on both sides. I mean, I've had some terrible Valentine's Day, and you walk around and like there's all these couples in the park, and they're all giddy.
And it's like my heart gets heavy.
I know.
I go,
it's like PDA, public display of affection.
Yes.
And it's just like, come on, and you kind of just want to go puke. But on the other hand, sometimes it's really good.
Yes.
And when things are going well, like it's going well now with you.
Yeah. And we got married on a new moon.
Yeah. And it was
March 1st. We'll be married 12 years, God willing, this March 1st.
In exactly 1 month from today.
Yes.
Wow.
12 years.
12 years.
But John, when I was single and I would go to Palisades Park and I would walk with my clients, they were in their 80s, and I would see all these single ladies walking. Older ladies, and I would go, oh, that's going to be me. I'm going to be that older lady alone. Yeah. And I had to change my belief system, John. I thought, here I am teaching people to manifest a life of their dreams. Maybe I should practice what I preach.
Exactly.
So I did. I started changing my belief system.
If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at
change.
Well, I was thinking like all people that get out and they're single and they go out for walks and they join a club, or they I always told people, because I worked in a store, I met a lot of people working in stores, and if you work in a store, you got to get out there and just going for that walk in the park. You never know who you're going to meet. It's like new moon, new love. The thing about New Year's, it only comes around once a year, but new love can it can happen.
It can happen anywhere.
And the more people I'd met, like some people meet their love of their life. Like I think our son has met his, and he's he's not even 30. Well, he's 30 now.
He's 30 now.
But then we met when I was older, and we were both older. And there's a lot of people that I see that they just got married. Like we got 12 years, they got 8, and they're older than us.
Yes.
So you never know what's going to happen, and
My friend got married at 65, Rena. She got married in her 60s.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. But I'll tell you this funny story, John. This woman really wanted to date a guy. She said, Susan, what I really want is someone who has a job. So
Yeah,
someone told her
to
to go to Staples,
Yeah.
and she met her husband at Staples because he was
Well-
going there for printing paper and computer stuff. I thought that was good advice.
Or you go to a golf course and meet a rich golfer or something.
Oh yeah, you could take golf lessons. That's a great idea.
It's not. Don't take golf lessons.
Why?
Because it's hard. It's a hard ass game. You know what you do is you play pickleball. Pickleball is like, I'm a parks commissioner in Santa Monica. Pickleball 10 years ago blew up. There were 50 people that said, we want more pickleball on our courts. And we've responded. And pickleball, you don't have to be it's not like tennis. You don't have to be, super athletic. And there's 2 players on each side. So there's 4 people playing, and the court's a quarter of the size of a tennis court. So all you got to do is reach around, and a lot of people, older than us are jamming on pickleball, and there's always like 100 people, and they're all, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, older. They're all playing. Find something.
That's a great idea, John.
But in pickleball, I mean, here it's so big, but it's big. I think it's America's most growing sport. The biggest sport, most growing sport.
We've never played it together.
I know. It's like, but I didn't want to just join the bandwagon. And I got enough fun things to do, like go to the gym or walk.
Well, weren't you a member of the Sierra Club at one point?
I was for years and years.
And did you go on hiking groups? Did you ever meet people?
I went on a couple hikes, but I'd rather just hike with you, or hike with friends. There's everybody in the world wants to go on a hike. Hey, let's go on a hike. Just grab somebody.
Didn't you take ballroom dancing classes too? Is that a good place to meet people?
It was for me. I got divorced like 30 years ago. Okay. And, things happen. And I just thought, God, I want to, I was at a wedding, and there were all these eligible people. And I was thinking, God, if I knew how to dance, so I went and took one of these. It was a class called Walk In, Dance Out. It was 6 classes.
Walk in, dance out.
And I swear to God, and they were, it was like, the waltz, the rumba, the swing dancing. And then it was a lot of fun. And we used to go to those piers, the Twilight concerts in Santa Monica on the pier. Oh man, I used to tear up the rug. Or tear up the pier. But there's all kinds of, I think the point is, like, if people that want love, if you want love, you kind of have to give love. Or maybe you volunteer. There's a lot of people that we know that
you
volunteer.
do a lot of volunteer work, John.
I think a lot of people that we know volunteer. Everyone's doing this, or giving blood, or, helped out on a homeless count, or fed somebody on Thanksgiving. And I think that if you want love, if you give love, I think you get love. If you're sending and all that, you're all about that. You're always loving everybody, saying hello, and you're spreading love.
But what if you feel, John, let's say that you're home and maybe you're not feeling well physically, and you're feeling not well, and you feel like my cup is empty, like I have nothing to give, like I just feel empty and alone, and I feel like I have nothing to give.
Well,
where do you start from there?
Well, I think it's like what you said, what you focus on grows stronger. And I mean, if you're going to you want to sit around and have a pity party for a good half hour and have a little cry on your pillow, that's okay.
Which I've done.
Which, what I think everybody's
I've had a lot of
those. We've all had those moments. Come on. But then, after about 15 minutes or something, you're going to dry your face and go put some cold water on your face and say, where do I go from here? And that's, the things, the people that don't get something are the people that they give up, and you can't give up. I've heard that from a million people. You talk to any sports star, any musician, like a Mick Jagger or a Bruce Springsteen, or anybody that's ever overcome any kind of an obstacle or a setback or a heartbreak. Everybody, the people that they got up and they put one foot ahead of the other, and they moved on. The world keeps turning. And that's when you get up and you keep on going, and then you go out to dinner by yourself, or you just, you start calling a lot of people, they just love a call. Everybody's lonely in the world. A lot of people are lonely.
It's a lonely epidemic right now.
Yeah, so you gotta reach out to people. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you're going to sit on your computer all night, you're not going to meet anybody, or you might. But if you call
Go to a
someone,
coffee shop.
co-
I suggested start a meetup. Start up your own meetup.
yeah, well, you can do that. But I like the coffee shop. I mean, a lot of people, you go to the coffee shop, and I always just stop by and pick up my coffee, right? Like
Yeah.
you. But there's a lot of people in there, and they're reading the paper or a book or on their laptop or something. And the same thing with when I was growing up and dating. I mean, people went to bars, and people, oh, you're gonna want to go to a bar. But I met a lot of nice people in bars, and
Or a grocery store. How about Air One on Wilshire? There's all those young kids in there getting their food. And there's a huge line of all young millennials in there at Air One.
if you're a young millennial, it's a good place to go. But I mean, if you're an Air One person,
But if you carry a book in public and someone wants to approach you, they're going to say, oh, what book are you reading? Or anytime that I leave my flashlight on my phone, people always, Susan, your flashlight's on.
When you leave she does that all the time. She walks around, and it'll be in her pocket,
and I'll have my
blaring out.
And people always come up to me, your flashlight's on, your flash. So a woman has to drop her handkerchief. And what that means is they have to be approachable. And if a woman's not approachable, but that she can be if there's a book and she feels open and light and happy.
And I see a lot of women on the street, like walking up and down the street, and some of them have like the headphones on, and that's because they're kind of trying to say, I'm really not approachable, and that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're, you smile at people. I will say hello to people. I'm friendly, not as friendly as you, but I'm friendly. I mean, and if just a hello, a simple hello.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this before, like just that simple hello to people. It makes a big difference in certain, you never know what a big difference it does make to some people.
Like a compliment or absolutely.
It's easy. Oh, nice tie. Oh, I like your hair. Oh, is that a new shirt?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like.
You want a sip of my water?
I do.
So you guys, it is going to be Valentine's Day on the 14th. And if you don't have love in your life,
I would say that you do have love in your life. People, I don't have love in my life. Yes, you do. People love you. You'll find some. There's a lot of people that they don't think that they have love in their life, but people love them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe maybe they just haven't been really good about saying it. I mean, how many people like my friend Joe or Glenn or Eric, and I love those guys, but maybe you got to call them up and just say, hey, Eric, man, I love you. You're a good man. And
you do that, John.
I do.
And you call your sisters and you tell them.
Not as much as I should. I just, but I mean, you just reach out. If you make a 3-minute phone call and say that to somebody,
it can change their whole day, or even a text. My brother Matthew lives nearby, and I'll just give him a heart text, and it's like, Susan, I love that. I love your heart texts.
But it's not so much even for them. It's for you.
Yes.
Because in like what I said, like you give love, you'll get love.
Yes.
And and even if you don't that night or right away, you feel better. And like you connected with somebody that means something to you. And like sometimes it could be your parents or your siblings or someone you care about and you lost touch with, or there was I get together with some friends every summer, and I heard that 2 of my friends had been in a little tiff, and it looked like one or the other wasn't going to go to this kind of get together that we always have. And so I called one of them, and then I called the other guy, and I said, hey, this guy thinks that you're mad at him. And I said the same thing to the other guy. And I said, why don't you guys call each other? And they did. And then they both came to the thing. And, the rift was healed just because somebody reached out for, I swear to God, 2 minutes and just said, hey, Mike's not, pissed at you. So,
amazing.
It happens.
You can make change. You can, instead of cause and effect, you can be causing effect.
I'm talking too much.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I also heard this story from Wayne Dyer, who passed away. I love Wayne Dyer. I saw him here in Santa Monica many years ago, but he said that when you witness an act of kindness or love, if you see like you helping someone cross the street, an old lady cross the street, when you witness that, it actually builds serotonin in your brain. Just to witness, you don't have to be the person giving the kind act, but when you witness a kind act, it actually creates serotonin in your brain. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. Well, think of a little kid. A little kid will emulate everything they see. So if they see goodness, if they see their parents helping each other and helping their brothers and sisters, they're going to learn to help. And if they, the negative can be true. We're products of our environment.
No question.
And so, love's pretty simple, I think. Sometimes it's all complicated and everyone gets all weighted down on it. But
I remember, did you know my son, when he was young, he had a big brother. You met Greg. Yeah. Was his big brother. He volunteered from Big Brothers Big Sisters, and he volunteered to take Ben to car shows and to show him cars. And like, you can always do that. You can join Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and there's a lot of people that need love.
One of the best, I was a TV news producer in my former life. And one of the best newscasts, I used to have guests, and it was a weekend morning show, and I had Big Brothers and Big Sisters on, and we had like a big brother and the kid, and then there was the big sister and her kid, and they were all talking about how good it was, and the kids they were all friends, and then we had this big pitch for, if you want to become a big brother or big sister. People called up, a lot of people called up, just and it was like a 3-4 minute segment, but it's just full of goodness. And you don't get a lot from that. You don't get paid, but you get paid.
Oh, you do.
You get paid.
Yes.
And I mean, it's the give love, get love.
Yes, no question.
I think
no question.
And like some people adopt kids, and or just help,
animals,
or just I mean, I think a lot of people adopt animals, and they're giving love that way. What else?
There's tons of ways to give love, but most importantly, I think filling up ourselves, John. I was telling them in the emotional diet, in planning and planting of writing what you do want in your life, you have to have an emotional diet. So doing what you love to take care of yourself. Like you, John. John plays his guitar. Playing the guitar feeds his soul. Don't you play? Maybe we'll play.
Well, I just no, we're not playing the guitar.
I know, but what do you do for fun to feed your own soul? You have to put the oxygen mask on yourself, John.
But I'm pretty easy to please, right? I'll take a good walk, or I go to the gym, or I'll go out and play guitar, or I do,
or watch the game with your buddies.
I do a crossword puzzle. I'm pretty simple. People get all focused, and it's all complex, and it's all about them. And I think sometimes when you just, like you were doing some breathing exercises, sometimes you just gotta
breathe.
Yeah, just kind of relax. My brother was calling up, hey, I don't know what to do. Should I do this or do I that? And I was like, Dan, you already have the answer. We already have the answers. We just gotta slow down a little bit and find them inside ourselves, because you're not going to find them you might find some answers in a book or in a show or a TED Talks, but I think most of the answers,
it's the inner whisper.
It is, or sometimes it's like, oh, I better be smart. Sometimes it's heart, sometimes it's smart, right? Hey, that rhymes.
I like that.
I know, sometimes it's heart, and then there's soul. Sometimes it's soul.
Like, to thine own self be true. Yeah. I like that, William Shakespeare. To thine own self be true.
I don't know what play was that.
I don't know what play, but it was really just listening to your own soul. To thine own self
be true.
Be true. And that listening to that inner whisper, to be authentic with ourselves, to be a vibrational match to who we really are.
Well, like when Steve Jobs spoke to Stanford, where he did not graduate, by the way, but he had the things he learned, and it's one of the, if you ever want,
great speech.
It sure is. But one of the things he says is that it's your life. You can listen to what everybody else says and do what everybody else says, or you can do what this guy says. And he was like, do what your heart says.
Be your own guru. Spell guru with me. G. You are you.
You are you.
Yeah. Be your own guru.
G. You are you. Well, I think
very corny, but funny.
But and we all got to kind of be our own guru. Sometimes you don't have like the little angel on your shoulder telling you what to do. A lot of people have lost their parents or maybe someone close to them, and they're kind of going it alone for a while.
And I said, no one's coming.
Oh yeah, no
one's coming to tell you to take a nap or eat your vegetables or brush your teeth. I mean, no one's coming.
I know that's
no one's coming.
That's a hell of a realization. When you realize no one's coming, it's like up to me.
It's up to you.
That's what I mean about sometimes you just gotta, no matter what happens,
pull up your bootstraps.
You kind of, and I don't mean it like, oh, pull up your bootstraps and get going, Marine time. It's sometimes whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and how you face it, whether you face it, and how you prepare yourself for it is makes all the difference, because it's going to happen regardless. Let's approach this in a positive way, and maybe if we have a positive outlook, maybe if the things we look at, what is it?
Change. If we look at change the way we look at things, the things we look at change.
Yeah. So I like.
But don't you think too that sometimes the struggles have been gifts in our lives too? Like some of the struggles have been some of our biggest teachers, John. Like, is there something in your life that you've gone through in a challenge? Like for me, I've been through challenges, but they've been sometimes my biggest gift.
Well, all I know is that life is pretty unpredictable, and sometimes things happen, and it's going to work out, but it's going to work out in ways that we haven't really thought of. Like you say, if only this happens, I'll be happy, or I hope this happens, and then maybe it does happen, but it doesn't really happen the way you thought it might. Mm-hmm. But I mean, how many times I remember 30 years ago, I lost a really good job. I got fired. And I thought I was really good at my job, and I was, by the way. So, but I thought, oh God, my life is, But 3 months later, I got a great job, and then I really, it was so. Had I not been fired, I would have never got rehired and won a bunch of awards and stuff. And you never know what your setback can be the catalyst for your triumph.
Yes.
Like, Tom Hanks always says, God, Tom, you're the best actor in the world. Maybe. No, but it's like whenever oh, hey, great, you won the lotto. Maybe. What
maybe good, maybe not good.
Yeah, but it's always maybe, it's like it feels good, great. Be grateful, but you never know what's going to happen.
But things happen. I like saying things don't happen to us. They happen for us, for our highest good.
Yeah.
We just can't see the big picture right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also like be happy first. And then most people say, I'll be happy when I get the house. I'll be happy when I get the relationship. I give you happy. But if we're happy first, we magnetize that quicker.
Yeah.
We magnetize the perfect because we'll be in that vibrational match.
Because we like where we live. We're grateful. We're grateful. But we were thinking the other day, like, hey, maybe we might get a little house someday. If we want to do that.
Like I know you want one on the ocean.
No, I just want one near the ocean. I'm not that spoiled, but it would be. We love the ocean. We live close to the ocean. But what if you opened the sliding glass door and there the ocean was, and you could hear it at night. Mm-hmm. Pretty nice, pretty pricey, but like you say, if nothing changes, we're good.
Nothing. And what we appreciate appreciates. And I had a feng shui therapist said you have to move in to move out. In other words, move in to where you are and appreciate what you have now. Move in to move out. Love where you live now. Move into your life, love your life now in order to move on to something better.
Well, I love my life, and I love it with you. And I think I'll let you wrap it up. But thanks for having me on, honey.
Thanks, John.
It was a good little talk.
Thank you.
Bye, my love.
Bye.
See you.
Thank you. So anyhow, you guys, thank you for joining the Real Love Lounge tonight. I think, let me just look and see what time it is, because I think it's almost time to
7:30.
It's time to wrap it up. So I'm going to just end it with one of my favorite things, which is the Ho'oponopono prayer. And it healed a whole criminally insane mental ward in Hawaii. And the prayer is, I love you. And we can say it to ourselves. I even like saying it to a mirror. in my own eyes. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you and I'm so sorry that I can be so hard on you. Please forgive me and thank you for being you. I love you. Really look in your own soul, in your own eyes, in your own heart, and just, I love you and I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you for being you. Thank you for joining and happy Valentine's Day. And if no one has told you I love you today. I love you. Thank you for joining the Real Love Lounge and have the most beautiful February. And I'll see you March. I think I'll see you the first Sunday in March from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. And all my love. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste.